Paul says we ought to esteem others better than ourselves. And I used to read that and think, well, okay, suppose I'm on a scale of 1 to 100, suppose I'm a 3. Well, there's some 1s and 2s. But that's not what he's saying, is it? He's saying, listen, you don't know the worst about you, but you know more bad about you than just about anybody else. If you think the best of others, and you know some of the worst of your own heart, it won't be too hard to esteem others better than yourself. I've told you the story before, I think, about being in an area where there was a man who came out to the meetings, and after every meeting he cracked jokes to me at the door. Now, I've got a sense of humor. I like a good laugh. But, I just preached my heart out. Was there nothing there that you could comment on? Anyway, I determined that I was going to straighten this brother out, you see. And he called me up one day and said he wanted to take me out for lunch. And so I thought, good, this is my chance. I'm ashamed of myself. But anyway, that's what I thought. The car pulled up at the curb. It was this old beat-up Mercury, all rusted out and kind of limping along. But I went out and got in the car, and before I could say a word, he said, I want you to meet my family. I'd never met any of his family. He came out alone. Well, he took me out to this old ramshackle farm on the outskirts of town, and his daughter lived there. Her husband had run off and abandoned her, and she was trying to hold this old farm together. She had 2 or 3 little boys. She just put her head on the table, and she just sobbed and sobbed and sobbed. And then we went to see his younger son. His younger son just sat there staring off into space. Every morning this brother went in and bathed his son and shaved his son and dressed his son and fed him his breakfast. We didn't get to meet his other boy. He was in jail for kiting checks. I badly misjudged that brother, hadn't I? If he didn't tell jokes, he would have just probably collapsed. He was just trying to hang on. He was just trying to make it through the day. And I think sometimes how quickly I prejudge people and assume the worst sometimes. Remember how the Lord Jesus treated you. And try to treat them in good faith. It's not that we don't have different personalities and points of view, and we know that we do. The problem is when we don't deal with one another in good faith, when we start to attribute to other people the worst motives and the worst intentions. And the Lord Jesus, He always dealt with people in good faith. So sometimes they'd come to Him to humiliate Him, to embarrass Him. But He always dealt with them in good faith. When they crucified Him, He said, Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. Wasn't that giving them the benefit of the doubt? I'll say it was. But that's the grace of the Lord Jesus.